Hello students, this is the second chapter from your book Honeycomb. I'll be explaining it to you today and then further discuss the exercises. Now Mridu is a young girl who lives with her grandmother Tapi and grandfather Tatha in Chennai. She goes along with her grandmother to Aunt Rukumani's place. There she meets her cousins Lalli, Ravi and Meena. Now everybody at Rukumani's house is glad to see Mridu. Now there was a thick bitterberry bush in their backyard where Ravi took her. And there was this small little kitten inside a torn football. This small creature was busy drinking milk that was kept inside a half shell of a coconut. Now Meena informs Mridu that they have found the kitten outside their house in the morning of that day. But they must keep it as a secret, otherwise the grandmother will leave their house immediately. Now Ravi was upset that they were being taught to be kind towards animals, but when he was trying to do something kind, elders were screaming at them and they called the kitten a dirty creature. So his grandmother was suspicious while he was taking milk for himself or for the kitten from the kitchen. So he had to drink more than half of the milk to make her believe that it was for him. He also told Mridu that they have named the kitten as Mahindran. Mridu loved the name because it sounded like very unlike when you keep such a name for a cute one, a cute kitten. Ravi further added that its complete name was Mahindra Varman Pallavi Punai and MP Punai in short. So he informed her he could make it from its fur that it was a fine breed cat and a very close relative of lion family, like the one that Pallav kings used in their emblem. To this Mridu giggled and asked Ravi. Now Ravi, to prove his knowledge about the history further, he tells that on his school trip to Mahabalipuram he had seen the statue of a lion and he believes that it was the ancestor of that kitten, and proudly announces that his small kitten is the descendant of Mahabalipuram Rishi cat. So he reminds Mridu of cats being worshipped in ancient Egypt, and he believes it to be the descendant of cat goddess Bastet. Now Ravi is busy making all proud announcements about his kitten when he hears a weird sound, screech, that comes from the window. Now Mridu was shocked while Mahindran was frightened. Mahindran jumped with fear. Mahindran is the kitten. And he jumped with fear and landed on red chilies which were kept under the sun for drying. Now while the screeching noise continued in the background, Mridu inquired what it was. Ravi informed her that it was Lalli learning to play the violin. Mridu peeped from the window and she found Lalli was holding the violin in an awkward position, sitting a bit away from her music teacher, who had his back towards the window. Now the teacher was bald, with a fringe of oiled black hair falling around his ears. There was a gold chain in his neck and a ring on his hand. He had a big toe with which he was thumping the ground, and he was playing the notes perfectly on the violin while Lalli was struggling hard. His tracks were filled with melody and Lalli continued missing the tracks. Now children were having fun while peeping from the window when Rukumani called Ravi to send the beggar away. Now there must be a beggar. She was fed up with the beggar coming to their place for a week, and he wanted the beggar to find another house. The beggar had made himself comfortable at that garden and he was leaning against the neem tree with his upper cloth spread under it. and he was about to snooze away, like sleep away, when he heard Ravi asking him to leave. He was shocked hearing this and called for lady of the house. And an irritated Rukumani told Ravi that there wasn't anything left in the kitchen, and so she said that tell him not to come again. Now her voice was so loud that Ravi didn't have to repeat her words to the beggar. The beggar told them that he will leave after taking a little rest under the tree, because it was too hot outside and there were blisters on his feet. So the children were in pain when they saw this, and they started making some plan to give him chappals. Now Mridu remembered seeing a pair of old grey chappals when he had entered Ravi's house. So she asked Ravi whom it belonged to. Ravi told that took the chappals and gave it to the beggar and asked him not to come again. Now the beggar went away wearing the chappals and gave blessing to the children. Now it was time for the music teacher to leave, and he was looking for his chappals. Now what do you think has happened to his chappals? He called Lalli and they looked everywhere but didn't find them. Lalli informed Rukumani about it. Rukumani questioned the children if they had seen anyone picking up the chappals. Rukumani was really angry and Mridu couldn't control anymore. She told her that they had given the music teacher's chappals to the beggar. Rukumani went inside and brought Gopu Mama's new chappals and gave them to the music teacher. Now the teacher was happy getting the new chappals, but he still pretended. He showed as if it was tough for him to accept the new chappals. Now the teacher called Ravi a monkey, an incarnation of Lord Hanuman, which seemed clear that Rukumani didn't like this. She wanted the teacher to leave immediately. And after he leaves, she called the children home and offered them some snacks. She thanked God that the mama had gone to the office and his chappals were there, so he'll need them only when he comes back home. She wondered what will she tell him, giving a hint that she will take the blame on herself. Like it's written in the last para, that what will she tell him, that where are his chappals. Okay, so it's a little lengthy lesson, but that's why I have explained the lesson to you in a summary. Now there are certain questions given on page number 28. These questions, as you can see, I have already marked in your chapter. Like the first question, it's written page 23. So on page 23, you will find the answer to the first question. Here, I have put number 1 and marked the bracket from the music master till along. So it will be easy for you to find the answers of the questions. I have already marked some in the chapter. All these 3 questions have been marked in the chapter. Then working with the text, this first exercise has been done for you. Second question, describe the music teacher. You will find the answer on page 22. Then third has also been marked for you. Both parts of the third question you will find on page 25. Then the 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th answer I have given to you. This you can just write straight away from here into your copy. But rest of the question answers you have to write by yourself. I have given on which page number the answer is. Like for example, the question number 2, describe the music teacher as seen from the window. Now I have written page number 22. You will find the answer on page number 22, where you can describe the music teacher. Here on page number 22, this is the second answer that has been marked. I have put number 2. So I have marked in the brackets from where to where you will take the answer. But remember, please do not write the exact lines from the book into your copy. You have to form your own sentences. सीधे द बोनी फिगर से उठा के बिग टो तक मत लिख दीजिएगा कॉपी में. This will not be accepted. Form your own sentences. That the music master is explained in the following way, that he had a bony figure and his head was bald, then he has had a fringe of oiled black hair. Like this you will write in your own words. You can take the help from what I have marked, but do not copy the lines of the book into your copy. सीधे बुक से उठा के कॉपी में नहीं लिखना है. Understood? This is what you need to do for this chapter. That is all.